In this video, I'm going to talk about how to self-study for Calculus AB or BC. So this past year, I self-studied for Calculus AB and I got a 5. This next year, I'll self-study for Calculus BC. Hopefully I'll get a 5 as well. But generally, whatever you do in order to self-study for Calculus AB, you can do the same way for Calculus BC. So if you're considering this, then this is the video for you. First of all, I really want to caution you on self-studying for this subject. You definitely can do it, but you have to be careful choosing to self-study for the subject in comparison to any elective course that you might choose to self-study for, such as music theory, psychology, AP Gov, that type of thing. Because math is so core. It's one of the core subjects, and you want to be careful when choosing to self-study for these courses because it's oftentimes going to be the case that when you go to college or as you continue in high school, you're going to have to build on the concepts that you have learned in this course in order to succeed. If you are planning on self-studying for Calculus AB or BC, it's likely that you are already fairly strong in math. In fact, if you're not, I really would not recommend self-studying for the exam, at least if you're trying to get a 4 or a 5. And really, I'd only recommend self-studying if you were trying to aim for these upper level scores, not just getting a 3. Oftentimes, you're going to be looking at getting a STEM major in college, at which point this math credit is going to be transferred and you're going to continue to build on it in college level courses. So you want to make sure that when you self-study, you get a strong foundation and you don't just barely cover the bases. Because of this, if your school doesn't offer APs or if there's a schedule conflict that doesn't allow you to be able to take Calculus AB or BC, then I really suggest you take a regular or honors level math course paired with your extra studying. This is actually what I chose to do. I did not 100% self-study. I participated in more of like an honors level course. I'm homeschooled, so we don't have a technical honors level, but I spent the last 2 months self-studying, and that took my score on the practice test that I got from a very low 4 to a 5 on my actual exam day. If there's any way for you to take the actual AP class, highly would recommend that. If you are already taking like all of your classes as APs and you're just trying to get one more exam in there, I would not recommend this being the one. Try to substitute one of your easier classes, your more elective classes, out in turn for your calculus class. But with that said, there can be reasons for why someone chooses to self-study, such as it's their senior year, they're just trying to get the college credit so they don't have to take college math at all. And if that's the case, I understand that you're not necessarily looking for a 5, maybe you're looking for a 3 or 4 or 5, or you have full confidence. You can do it. You can get that 4 or 5 level math. You're dedicated and you're willing to work hard for it. And if that's the case, then you can definitely self-study for this exam, even without a regular or honors level course of calculus paired with it. So let's talk about how you can do that. First of all, I'd really suggest buying a textbook because this is not one of those exams that you can just study in the 6 weeks up to it. There's a lot of content that you need to learn, and I'd recommend buying a textbook for that. Ask the calculus teacher at your high school what textbook they would recommend. Begin going through the lessons of that. If you have questions, again, go to that local calculus teacher. Maybe you can even schedule a half-hour study session with them once every other week or something like that. The second thing that you should do is take a look at Khan Academy's Calculus AB practice or Calculus BC practice, depending on which of the 2 exams you're taking. Go through all the lessons, watch the videos, do the practice problems, and this is going to help you a lot as you're preparing for the exam because they have a lot of similar problem types on their platform as what you're going to see on exam day. So doing these 2 things really should help you be able to prepare well for the multiple choice. Just make sure that you continue reviewing as you go along because the AP exam is a comprehensive test and you don't want to be forgetting concepts as you move along. Also, I would recommend that you create a list of formulas and rules with the page number in your book, that type of thing, and that you go back and you review those so you continue to remember them along the way. The third thing I'd recommend you do is take a practice test, or at least just the multiple choice portion. You can find some very old multiple choice questions online, like from the 1990s that the College Board has released if you look them up. You can also get multiple choice questions if you buy a prep book. Just take these, become familiar with how the questions are worded on the test in order to familiarize yourself and hopefully improve your score. The fourth thing you need to do is take a look at the old FRQs the College Board has released. I'd recommend spending about 2 months of your time doing this right before the exams. Try to finish up learning all new material 2 months beforehand, and then spend 2 months just working the FRQs, trying to maximize the amount of points you can get on there. Like I said, use College Board's old FRQs that they've released. Practice those thoroughly, continue practicing the problems you've gotten wrong, you haven't gotten full points on. Go back to your local calculus teacher and ask them why you missed certain problems. If you're aiming to get a 5, then try to consistently get 5 to 7 of the points, really 7 of the points out of the 9 points on each FRQ. And once you've taken those practice tests with the multiple choice, once you've been practicing with the old FRQs that College Board has released, plug those into a score calculator like Albert has, for example. You can just look up calculus AB or BC score calculator and see if that generally meets the score that you're looking for on the exam. If not, you're gonna have to keep practicing. If it does, then you're set. Generally, I'd recommend that you spend about an hour every day for this particular subject preparing. Math is a core subject, it's important and it's heavy. And so this is a little bit more than you might have to spend studying for other AP exams, but it's because it's a harder course. And so make sure you set that time aside. Spending the first amount of time up until the 2 months before the exam, just learning the material, going through that textbook, going through Khan Academy's questions, and then as you reach the end of that window, working through multiple choice questions that you found, and then finally, when you get to those last 2 months, just working on the FRQs and reviewing the material to make sure it stays fresh. And if you're taking a regular or honors course and pair with the AP exam in May, then just spend that 2-month window studying for the FRQs. You don't have to do the other things. However, it might be good for you to work ahead in course material if at all possible, so that you don't feel quite so burdened trying to learn new math concepts while also studying the FRQs. If you do all of these things, then you're definitely going to pass your exam. If not, get a 5. Just keep up the hard work, stay motivated and dedicated, and I know you'll pass with flying colors. If you enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe. This is an extracurricular that I'm actually doing over the summer, and it'll become a part of my college application in the fall. So you can help me get into my dream colleges by engaging with my channel. Additionally, you can help me monetize my channel by subscribing and help me pay for college. So really appreciate it if you would choose to engage. If you have any questions or ideas for future videos, please put those in the comments below. Again, thank you so much for watching, and good luck on your calculus AP exams. You've got this.